Now that the Olympics are over, we can all turn our attention to the more important winter tradition, mid-season TV premieres. And through the fog of cop procedurals, cop-adjacent procedurals, and procedurals about quirky lawyer ladies, an exciting new comedy has emerged.
The Fall and Rise of Reggie Dinkins.
With a talented cast, original jokes, and a rare, actually funny pilot episode, it's been years since a sitcom premiere was this promising. And I've sampled them all, because sitcoms are my comfort shows, and if there isn't a stream of them playing in the background to fill up the part of my brain that never gets quiet, then I get really sad. The Fall and Rise of Reggie Dinkins follows a washed-up former NFL star, Reggie Dinkins, on a quest to redeem his public image after torpedoing his career 20 years ago in a gambling scandal.
Yeah, but I only bet on myself. Not only bet to win. That was more motivation to play good.
To jumpstart his comeback, Reggie hires an Oscar-winning director to make a documentary about him.
We don't really know what this documentary is about yet. It will emerge.
Turns out the filmmaker, Arthur Tobin, is in need of his own career revival after literally crashing out on the set of his last movie.
Wait, the scene is a tennis match now? What, so some of these tennis balls are actually tennis balls? Which ones?
With help from Reggie's family, his best friend Rusty, his fiancée Brina, his ex-wife and agent Monica, and their son Carmelo, both Reggie and Arthur will defy expectations as they achieve their respective redemptions. Or maybe they won't. There have only been 2 episodes, so we don't know.
You don't even know?
And the only places you can watch them are on broadcast television or on Peacock. So the chances enough people see the show that it's renewed long enough for us to ever know are pretty slim. That's why I wanted to make this video, to inform the tens of people who might find it about an original new show with a lot of potential that needs more attention. Now, I can't keep mentioning how original it is without acknowledging that the title,
The Fall and Rise of Reggie Dinkins,
is basically stolen from a classic British sitcom that aired in the 70s called The Fall and Rise of Reginald Perrin. Other than starring a guy named Reggie, the 2 shows' premises have nothing in common, so the choice to use the same title is confusing. Especially because it seems like Reggie Dinkins' 2 creators, Robert Carlock and Sam Means, are content to downplay the connection between the sitcoms. When asked in an interview with Bleeding Cool if they were inspired by The Fall and Rise of Reginald Perrin when naming their own show, The Fall and Rise of Reggie Dinkins, their response was a little bit. So that definitely left a little bit of a weird first impression, but I ignored it because one of those 2 creators, Robert Carlock, wrote some of the funniest episodes of 30 Rock, one of the funniest shows ever made, and I just want to laugh for 22 minutes a week again.
A little Julia Roberts laugh.
What's in your teeth?
Corn.
2 episodes into Reggie Dinkins. So far, so good. What's contributing to the show's early success? For starters, the cast. Tracy Morgan does what he does best, plays essentially Tracy Jordan, who's essentially Tracy Morgan again, but he's an athlete this time instead of an actor. And his name is Reggie Dinkins. The filmmaker Arthur Tobin is played by Daniel Radcliffe, who you might know from a little-known series about a book, A Young Doctor's Notebook. America's drunk uncle Bobby Moynihan is Reggie's best friend Rusty, and Erica Alexander is Reggie's ex-wife and agent Monica. She's also Maxine Shaw, either my 3rd, 2nd, or most favorite character every time I rewatch Living Single. And the best part is that the funniest joke from the first 2 episodes isn't even delivered by any of these big stars. It comes from Precious Way, who plays Reggie's fiancée Brina.
Bree, will you call my knee doctor and tell him that little hat bone is gone?
I called every doctor in your phone and they all DJs.
But a talented cast, even one whose collective resume includes a bunch of iconic comedy performances, doesn't guarantee that a new show with all of them in it will automatically be funny. Just ask DMV.
Ooh, get in here for a big old BJ. You know, maybe you should start calling these Barb Jiggles instead.
Luckily, Reggie Dinkins has smart writing and an engaging enough premise to ensure that its cast doesn't go to waste. The series is a mockumentary that follows the filming of the comeback doc as Arthur Tobin captures Reggie and his family in their day-to-day lives. I know you might be thinking that we don't need any more mockumentaries, and you might be right. But Reggie Dinkins justifies the existence of the in-universe documentary that's being made a lot better than all the other ones. Through Arthur, the documentary crew is also part of the story from the beginning, not just once the writers are out of ideas 9 seasons in. And I don't think the Reggie Dinkins writers are going to run out of ideas anytime soon, because the first 2 episodes were full of memorable jokes I'm still thinking about days later. That's what made them memorable.
I took Latin in college because I thought it would help me meet Dominican chicks. But then I liked it. So many languages come from it.
This was all empty lots when I was growing up. This cell phone store, they used to sell landlines.
I am very careful about what I say on camera. I'm just saying. It's still impressive he lost all that weight eating Subway.
And those were just the ones I could chain together without getting a copyright strike. There's also prop comedy.
I said don't make a documentary. I also said don't buy that football made out of the original Miss Piggy.
Costume comedy.
Now I gotta put on my producer hat. This movie is supposed to show people how great I am.
Musical comedy.
Single Weird Al released about Reggie. That food is poison. Not his best.
And physical comedy, mostly courtesy of Daniel Radcliffe. And just so you know that I'm not unfairly praising the show because I'm biased toward the cast, there were some unfunny jokes too. Jokes that aren't just tired, they're exhausted.
Because I've been working on my Jim from The Office looks. Like,
That's a good one.
or like,
Months ago, when I first saw the trailer and that joke was featured right at the start, I got nervous. What if this new series I was really excited about was doing that thing a lot of bad comedies do, where they spoil all the best material in the trailer? And what if jimming the camera was their best material?
No! God, please, no! No!
Fortunately, 2 episodes in, Reggie Dinkins has a lot more to offer than just Office references, and not every mockumentary can say that. Despite a stolen title, the creators have managed to carve out originality within a genre that's been like an invasive species for the past 20 years. The cast is gifted, including Gyllenhaal, who plays Reggie's son and was literally the only person I hadn't mentioned yet, so I'm doing it now.
Playing football with Dinkins on my back? I take more crap than anyone. And there's a kid on our team named Osama Epstein.
The writing is sharp, with the same silly and surreal but still grounded style that defined the best aughts and early 2010s sitcoms. On a scale of 1 to 10 footballs made from the original Miss Piggy, 10 being the best, I give Reggie Dinkins 8.5. Imagine how good it could get after it grows out of the awkward phase basically every new TV series except A Night of the Seven Kingdoms has to endure. So ignore the 1-star IMDb reviews calling for the producers to be put in shackles and stoned in the town square, after first hilariously asking if they were stoned when they made the show. Definitely ignore the reviews complaining about television being taken over by progressive crews, and even if they're positive, you're gonna want to go ahead and also ignore the reviews warning the show to avoid the black sitcom formula. Ignore all those people, listen to me instead, and give
The Fall and Rise of Reggie Dinkins.
a chance. Please?
Reggie Dinkins is the best.
She knows.
At football and sweet kisses in the night.
This is what people want.